All right. So today we're going to be looking at designs just at the very basic level. So what you need to get started and get in and just create your first graphic, whether it's for printing like a flyer or something to post on Facebook. I just want to show you how you can really easily use some templates that are already built to just kind of sub in the information that you have and create a graphic without really having to spend a whole lot of time doing it. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Have either of you used designs before?
I've attempted with no real luck just to make a brochure for a listing, just to have in the gallery in the office.
Okay.
I used one, but I struggled through it.
Okay. Yeah, so it takes some getting used to for sure. It's not difficult to use, but it takes some time to figure out where all those little features are. So that's what we're going to look at today. So once you log into Command, one thing that I always say at the beginning of most of these trainings is you'll need to set up your marketing profile. It's just going to make your life a lot easier because all of that information will be pulled into your library. So if you have your headshot uploaded there and your logo and things like that, it'll pull right into your design. So just quickly, I want to remind everyone under your name up here at the top, you just click on settings. Wait a little bit for it to load up. And then under connect settings here, we have marketing profile. And you'll see this is where you can upload your headshot. If you're on the team, you can put your team logo there, and then just all of your information, contact information, everything like that. So what this will do is actually create different text fields that you can easily just pull right onto your design. So if you can pull your phone number right on without having to type it out, again, just a little time saver that doesn't make a huge difference when you're creating one-off designs, but if you're using designs quite a bit and making things regularly, you don't want to keep typing this stuff over and over. So highly recommend coming through and just filling this out before getting started. But once you're done that, I'm just going to go back to the home page. So to get to designs, it's this little paintbrush. Oh, we disappeared. It's a little paintbrush icon on the left-hand side. So this one right here. And if you want to see what each icon means, you can click on the KW at the top and it does open each one up. So we're going to go to designs right here. So once this loads, yours will probably look a little bit different if you haven't been using designs. This is going to show all of the designs that you've previously created. So if you're not seeing anything here, it's just because you haven't created any designs. So these are different ones that I've saved recently, so that's why they're showing up here. You can search your designs. So once you're creating more and more things, if you're looking for something specifically that you made maybe a few weeks ago and you're not seeing it, you can search here. And you can also sort on this side from new to old. So you see your newest stuff at the beginning. So that's all you're really going to see here is just previous designs you've created. And to create a design, we just click on this blue create design here at the top. So once you click on create design, this pop-up is going to show up and you're going to choose one of the 4 options. So today we're going to look at social and print. Those are the best places to start to get used to designs. As you get more comfortable, you can design your own emails. So that's if you've seen my like the tech tips and the education emails I send out, I use the email editor here. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know and I can make a video on how to do those. But we're going to focus just on social and print today. So I'm going to start with print here and click continue. Not think that was going to happen. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So just that section. So here you'll see we're on the templates tab and there's a whole bunch of different categories. So I'm going to start in listings. So you'll see because I chose print, I can choose some different sizes up here depending on what you're trying to make. So there are door hangers. So if I click that, the templates will change. So these are some new ones actually, which is nice. There's flyers. So those look like that. So it just changes the format of the design, so it's the proper size to print on those, whether you're designing door hangers or postcards. So you'll just choose the size that you want. But just going through some of the other templates, you know what's here. We do have for sale, your typical just listed, just sold, local expert. Those are more stats. So if you wanted to send out a postcard to a specific neighborhood, you might fill out some stats here and use that to send out. Under buyer, I think they're the same thing. Oh, we have buyer presentations, listing presentations. So if you're looking to create a booklet that you can bring to your appointments, we do have both listing and buyer. So those are completely customizable for your own branding and the information you want to put in. Under lead generation, we have client love, which is just, there's some birthday cards and thank you cards and things like that that you can print. So there's a whole range of different types of graphics you can create in here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will show you for the print design just how to make a flyer. So maybe you're having an open house or you just want to have something printed. I mean, you don't have to necessarily print it. You could email it out. You can print, or you can download it both as a print file or just as a photo that you can send, but it's in the format of a flyer. So I'm going to do one for a just listed here. And I'll choose flyers. And let's see, I'll do this one here. So when you pick a design that you want to use, you just hover over it and you'll see this red, it turns blue when you hover, but this use button. So I'm just going to click there and it's going to load up. So we can edit it. So a few things. First of all, you'll want to change the logo. That's the first thing that I want to mention because I have seen some where this DBA name logo is still there. So that's just a generic logo they put in. So you'll need to find our KW Select logo, download it to your computer and upload it to the design. So I've done that. So I'm just going to click on this here and I'm going to delete it. I've already previously uploaded my logo, but I do want to show you how to do that. So if you go to, let's see, it's under images. So when you click on images, you can click add, and then you can choose from Facebook, Google Drive, or you can just upload right from your computer. So I have one saved, so I'm just going to grab that. It's going to take, so there it is there. So now that I've uploaded it, I'm just going to click on the plus here, add image, and it adds it right here on my design. So obviously this is not where we want to put it. So you just click on it and hold down your mouse and then you can drag it up to where you want it to be. And then you can click on, there's a dot on each corner. If you click and drag those, it's going to resize it just to make it smaller. So then you can fill that in. You'll notice these blue lines as well as I'm moving it. It's trying to center it based on the different elements that I have there. So I probably want to align it just right there. And that's good. Okay. Then of course you want to change this so the photos are actually of the listing that you want to advertise. So one thing that's nice about designs is it's actually connected to the MLS system. So if you have a listing that is already up on MLS, you can actually search for it in here and pull those photos and those details in. So I'm just going to find a listing. Let's see. Here. I'm just going to copy the MLS number for that. So MLS number is usually the easiest way to find it. So just grab the MLS number of your listing. And then on the side here, we're going to click on KWLS and then search for a KW listing. So let me just, I don't know why that's not. I love when things don't work. I'm just going to refresh this and see if that will let me search there. Not want to let me. Oh, there. Okay. So just paste the MLS number right in the search bar, and hopefully that will work. maybe not. Typically, you will search your MLS number and it will pull the listing up here. I'm not sure why that's not working, but we'll try again on the social design just in case. But for, let's see, we can go to stock images. So I'm just going to search for a house just so I have a different image so I can show you how to change that. But I don't think Designs wants to work today. Maybe I won't be showing you how to do that. So if you weren't, let's say this was a coming soon and it's not on MLS, so we'll skip over that for now and we'll try it at the end and see if that will work. So you would just upload your images of the house just the same way I did with that logo. So click add and then just upload the image from wherever you have it saved. So I do have some other generic images here. So to switch the images that are showing up here, I just have to click on the actual image that I want to replace and then come over here and find the image that I want to replace it with. And you can click, it looks like a recycle icon, but it means replace image. So when you click that, it's just going to fill in the correct photo there. So you can do the same with these. Maybe I'll switch that to this house just so you can see how that works. So it's pretty simple to switch out those photos there. Then you're going to want to change the address and the details, of course. So you can see here we have the address. All I have to do is click on it, and that's going to highlight the text field. But if you double click on it, it's going to let you type and edit in that field. So I'm just going to remove that. Okay. Then just click anywhere in the gray area around the design and it will unselect that text box. So you can do the same thing with these here, listed at, maybe it's 500. So you can always just double click it to edit. We have our headshot down here. That's obviously not me, so I'm going to switch that. So I do have my photo here somewhere. Oh, my assets. So I will show you after as well. There is an asset library where you can upload different, like the KW Select logo. You can upload your headshot if you don't have it in your marketing profile. It's just a place where you can upload different elements that you're going to use in multiple designs, and it will just save it in this My Assets folder. So my headshot's always here that I can use, which is great. So now I'm just going to, as you see, I've selected this image. And again, I'm just going to click Replace Image. And so it's added my shot here. I can make it bigger if I want to. And then of course you'll change all of this down here. You can also change the colors if it doesn't match your branding or how you want it to look. So any of the elements that you see here, you click on them, again, it highlights it. And up here, you'll see we have a few different options. So first is the opacity. So that's how see-through it is basically. So if I wanted this to be faded, I can just bring that down and it will make that icon a little bit less obvious. Again, you can change the color as well. So fill color, maybe I want it to be blue. So I can just choose the color in here, click apply, and it's going to change it right on the design. Now that I've chosen that color, it does show up in template colors. So it's detecting different colors from the photos. So you'll see we have like a light green blanket on this bed and it's pulled that color in, which is kind of nice. So you can make it a little more coherent with your, or cohesive, I guess is the word, with the photos that you've added to your design. Or you can choose your own branding colors as well. So we'll just choose that there so it all matches. Okay. Oh, that's there. All right. So that's pretty much it for my design. I see a chat here. Can you remove the background of images? You can, yes. So I'll show that half. Actually, I'll show that right now. So for my headshot down here, it has a background on it. So you can see it's a full square, but maybe I just want my headshot to be by itself and I don't want this backdrop behind me. All I have to do is click on that photo, and up here there is remove image background. So when I click on that, it's going to take a few seconds and hopefully this will work. There we go. So now that's removed the background from my headshot. So it just makes it look a little cleaner. I'm going to move this over and then I can put my headshot down here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Headshot down here and click and drag it to make it bigger. So just cleans it up a little bit. If you have a backdrop on your photo, it'll make it look a lot nicer, in my opinion. So that's how you remove the background. You can do it by clicking there, or you can right click the photo with your mouse and then remove image background is there as well. We can also change the fonts. So there's a lot more customization you can do. So when we highlighted any of the text boxes, you'll see at the top here, there's quite a few options. So we have, first is the font. So there's quite a few free fonts that are already loaded in here for you. It doesn't always, they don't really show you the preview, but they do in here. So you can change them if you want to. This here, this line on the end. So similar to dragging the dots on each corner, if you drag the line on either end, it's just going to make the text box longer or shorter. So if you want it to be more condensed, that's how you can fix that. Let's see what else.
Question there, Jessica. Yeah. When it comes to the fonts, are you able to upload your own font?
You can, yes. So after this design, before we go into social, I'm going to go over the asset library, like I mentioned, and that is somewhere where you can actually upload your own fonts that you found or you've downloaded or purchased on the internet. So if you have specific fonts you use in your branding, you can upload those and use them for sure. Okay. So once you're happy with how this looks, all you have to do is come up here and click on download. You will see there is this order print, but as far as I know, it only works in the States, so you can't really order prints from here. So most likely you're going to be downloading it to your own computer and probably printing it at the office, or you could get it printed at Staples or Vistaprint if you're doing something like postcards or door hangers. Vistaprint does have door hanger templates. So you're just going to download the file here. And when you click download, you have to choose a file type. So I'm going to choose PDF for printing. Typically, that's what you're going to want to do for any print graphics. It just makes it very high quality. But you can also download it as a PNG, which is just an image, a high quality image that basically if you're going to be attaching it to an email or adding it to basically an email or adding it to Facebook or something like that, this will work as well. So if you plan to print it, I definitely recommend PDF for printing. And then just click download here. And it's going to prepare the file. It might take a couple minutes to download depending on the size of it and how many photos you have, but you can see up here it says preparing. It's very faded and hard to see, so sometimes you think it's just doing nothing, but it is preparing the download up here. So eventually this will change and say a percentage. Oh yeah, downloading. And then it will download to your computer. So now it's right here. Okay. Let's see if any questions about editing the design or changing colors or fonts or any of the things you saw in here?
I had to take a phone call when you were showing changing the color. Can you just show me quickly that again, please?
Yeah. So if you're changing the color of anything other than the fonts, so these squares or rectangles that I have here, I can change the color. So all you have to do is click on the thing that you want to change. And then up here at the top, it's the middle, so fill color. So it does pull colors from the actual graphic. So some colors from these photos are in here, which is kind of cool. But then you can also choose your own color. So if you click on here and drag it, it just changes the color that's in here. And then you can be a little more exact with what color you want that to be. And then click apply. And that
Great, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so that's a print design. Like I said, for the door hangers and postcards and things like that, you'll still be downloading it. You don't want to click order print because it doesn't work here. So you'll just download the file and you can print it with Vistaprint or Staples or somewhere like that. So that's how that works. I'm just going to click on home here. Yeah, I'll save it. Probably should have shown you how to save it. But once you click download, it does prompt you to save it after, like it just did with me. So that's all I had to do. And so now it shows up in this My Designs tab. So we had started on the templates. Now we're on My Designs. So it's similar to that very first page. When we first clicked on designs on the command side, it showed me all of these different ones. But if you're using this a lot, you can organize this a little bit more. So you can see here, I have some different folders that I've created. So you might want to create a folder for listing flyers and then maybe one for your social graphics, just so that's not a big mess like I have here and everything's all mixed together. It'll make things a lot easier for you to find. So you can click on add folder right here. That's what I called it, listing flyers, like I said. Click OK, and it adds this folder here. Then all I have to do is click on this design and hold down the mouse, and I can drag it right up to that folder, and it adds it in there. So now when I open that, my flyer's in this folder. So just a little tip for staying organized. But next I want to go through the asset library. So that is what I was mentioning, where you can upload your logos, your fonts, as Trish asked about. So if I click on assets here, the first section is colors and fonts. So here's where you can upload those fonts. So if you hover, it's kind of hard to see, but if you hover over this icon, there's an upload. So any font files you've downloaded from the internet or purchased on Etsy, wherever you got them from, you can just click upload here. And these are the different file types that it accepts. So typically when you download those fonts, it's going to be TTF or OTF. Those are the most standard ones that you'll get when downloading them online. So you just drag and drop that file from your computer and you'll upload it right here. So this is one that I uploaded custom. So that will allow you to choose that on all of your designs. On here as well, we have color palettes. So if you have specific colors you use for your branding, or you want everything to look cohesive, like I mentioned, so on your Instagram profile, everything is similar colors and it doesn't look too busy, you can actually create a color palette so you don't ever have to guess what color you used in that last one. So if you choose add color palette right here, it's going to put a blank one, and you just click on the plus and it allows you to choose those colors again. So if you know exactly what colors you plan to use on all of your designs, you can choose that. I'll just go through and choose a few different ones. This is not a great color palette, but it gives you the idea. So now when I go into the social design, I'll show you where you'll find this, but now you'll be able to pull this color palette on every design you make going forward. So just keeps those colors, because they're very specific. If it's even off by a little bit, it does look quite different when you put them side by side. So it just allows you to always be choosing the same colors for your designs. Next is images. So here's where you can upload any images you want to pull into your designs regularly. You can upload logos here. There is a specific logos section as well. So I have all the KW logos. So that's something I highly recommend doing. If you don't know, we do have a Google Drive folder that has all of our logos in it with each different color scheme. So we have like the white and gray, red and black, red and white, and so on. So just download all of those and then upload them into this logos folder. And you're going to be able to pull those logos on every design that you make. So it just saves you from having to go find them and download them and upload them every time you want to make a design. So that's what those are for. If you have a team logo as well, you can also upload it here, but it should come from your marketing profile anyways. Elements are just other objects that you want to add to your designs. So maybe A lot of people, when you have one main logo, you might have a secondary smaller logo that's just your icon or something like that. This is somewhere where you can upload those additional elements if you want to. But again, it's more simple to just put them all in one place and have everything in the logos if it is a logo type element. And then videos and files, there's nothing you can really add in here, especially for print and social graphics. We can't add videos to them right now. So there's nothing to put there. Any questions about the asset library? No? Okay. So I'm just going to go back to templates. So now, yeah, we do have our social ones here. So if I want to create something for my Facebook page, when we first created it, you would have needed to choose social. A weird thing about designs is once you create a design, so I chose print originally, and then I just went home, so back to this templates page, it gives me both social and print now. So now I can choose from either or. Just going right from the beginning, you can only choose social or print, but when you go back into the templates, you'll see that they do show up here. So just if you see that, it might throw you off, but we do have our social ones here. So if I click on social square, you can see they're all sized specifically. This is for Instagram, but it does work for Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere else you want to post it. And if you're like me and you like to create things only once to post in multiple places, this is the best size to choose because it will work in every platform pretty much. There is social wide, which is more for Facebook. But if you were to post this to Instagram, you're only going to get like from here to here. It's going to crop just the very middle. So on your Instagram feed, it's not going to look right, basically. So that's why square is the best one to choose if you want to post it on multiple places. Some other templates that do show up when you choose social. Under business basics, there are email signatures, which is really nice. So that's how you'll see a lot of us in the office have created email signatures. So under here, there are some different templates for that. There is some social branding as well. So if you're just getting started with a Facebook page or something like that, these are photos. There we go. And just choose Facebook covers. So these are cover photos you can add to the very top of your Facebook page. There is a spot to put a photo there at the top. So you can use these. All you have to do is switch out that DBA name logo, like I mentioned, and then you're free to just download that and put it right on your Facebook page. So there's no like copyright or anything like that. You can use these designs as is, as long as you put the correct logo on there. There's also holiday graphics, which is really nice. So if you go to holidays down here, it's separated by month. So if I choose April, you'll see there's a whole bunch of different ones for different holidays, tax time, Easter, April Fool's Day, things like that. And so there's some for each month. So for July, we'll have Canada Day. There should be Canada Day in here. You'll see a lot of 4th of July as well, because obviously we're in America as well, but there are some Canadian ones in here, which is nice. So these are great as you can just use them, add your logo and post them. Super easy. You don't need to change anything. So just easy spots where you can find different content to post on your social feeds and just stuff that's not all real estate related. So again, there's a ton of different templates, even for these local expert ones, things you can use for Facebook ads or just normal posts on your Facebook or your Instagram. These are great for that. So I'm going to do we'll do an open house graphic to advertise an open house on social media. And again, I'm going to choose social square here. And let's do this one here. So again, just click use and the process is exactly the same, whether it's a social or a print graphic. The editor is the same, so changing colors and fonts, that doesn't change. So I just want to see if I don't think this is going to work. Well, hopefully this will start to work, and I will send out a video of how to actually pull stuff from a listing and put it on the graphic. So hopefully soon that will be back up and running. So I'll look into why that's not working. But again, you'll just come in here and you can change the text. So maybe it is on April 29th. I just double click and I can change it. Click here. Highlight that and remove. We'll switch the logo out, of course. There. That's that. So it's pretty simple. I mean, if you have the photo downloaded on your computer, of course, you can always upload it if you aren't able to search for the listing by that point, or if it's not on MLS yet, or not going on MLS, you can always upload those photos manually and just change them here. But again, once you're done, you can download it here, but you can also just save it. So maybe you're not ready to post it yet. You're just doing stuff ahead of time. You can just click save, and that's just going to save it to your design library without actually downloading it to your computer. But if you want to download it, of course, you just click download there. You can also rename it. So right here, it has a very generic name. So if you just click in that field, it lets you backspace it and you can change the name. Enter, and that finishes that. So now I've renamed it, and I'll just download it here. I'm going to choose PNG, so that makes it a little bit higher quality, and then just click download. And you'll see that's downloaded here to my computer. So same process as the print, just different format and different sizing. Any questions about anything so far? No? Anything else you want to see or specific templates you wanted me to go over?
Well, this is good. I'm going to practice soon.
Perfect. But yeah, so that's really just the basics of designs. I mean, there is a lot more that you can do now. They are working on adding animations, which is kind of cool. So you can make sort of like this could zoom in, you can have stuff spinning, just to make it more of like a video if you were doing a post on Facebook or Instagram, just so it's not a static image, it'll be moving and kind of catches people's attention. So hopefully that will show up here soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the basics. So I recorded this, so I will post this on YouTube if anyone wants to reference back to it when you're going through creating the designs, you can follow along. And then if you come up with any, or you find any problems, I am going to look into the listing search, so bear with me on that. But if you notice anything else that's not working, just let me know and I can look into why that's happening.
I might have missed this, but I did want to just ask, is there like a blank template that you can just create your own?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
So if I go to home, so I'll just go back here. It's actually from that My Designs thing. Right here, start from blank. So if you click start, you can choose the size. So if it's a cover photo or just a Facebook post or a bifold, for example, you just hit the size and it will bring up a blank template here. So actually there are animations here now. So that is kind of cool. So you can animate parts of the design. You can add different elements. So in the elements, you can search. There are some stock ones. So if you're just building a design from blank, there are these different, I'm not sure what scenario you would use these, but they are here. And you can search as well. So there's different categories and things like that. So you can do that. What else here? That's pretty much it. Work for me. But yeah, you can add anything that you want to in here, upload images, text, things like that. So same process, just you don't have something pre-built for you.
Perfect.
Any other last minute questions? All right, so like I said, oh, yeah, Trish.
I was just going to say that was great.
Oh,
Thank you.
perfect. No. So yeah, like I said, I'll post this on YouTube so you guys can follow along if you want to try any of these and just want that guidance as you're going through it. But if you run into anything, like I said, just send me an email and I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. You're welcome. Have a great day, guys.
You too.